Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Decided to start another project, and recently I was reminded that this year is the 80th anniversary of Operation Barbarossa. Yeah, I'm talking to you, Al. But anyhow, I went through my stash and found a few candidates. Some were kind of iffy. Information on exactly which tanks and their variants are kind of hard to come by. So I figured I'd be pretty safe with a 38T. So as you can see, it's the old Tester's Italy kit. This kit is a reboxing in 1980 of the 1974 Italy kit. It's kit number 807. I managed to find this in a flea market some time ago, and I just put it on the shelf and kind of forgot about it. So, well, give me a second and we'll take a look at the parts. Yeah, I guess we'll start off with the instruction sheet. So you can tell it by the coloring, it's kind of old. Not a real big step count. Of course, start with the lower hull. And this kit actually has some interior parts, but I think I'm going to kind of omit those because there's no hatches to show the driver and gunner's seat, and just a small commander's hatch on top of the turret, so I'll probably bypass it. As you can see, not a whole lot, and they give you a couple of painting schemes. One in the German version, and also another version in the that was used in the Czech uprising. So I'll get that out of the way. For as old a kit as it is, it's not in bad shape. It's kind of I want to say a brittle, hard plastic. About the only flash I can see is like here on the sprues themselves. Pretty nice in detail, raised rivets, turret parts here. And here is the some of the lower hull parts, lower bathtub. So, of course, in some very old vinyl tracks. And this sprue is pretty much all the running gear. Not a big parts count. So now we'll stop it there and we'll come back in a few. Okay, we've got the most of the construction done. Went together pretty well. Got most of it done in a long afternoon. Parts fit pretty well. You can still move the guns up and down, back and forth. On the commander's cupola, they got the viewports, but they don't give you any clear parts, so gonna have to improvise on this one. So, and the main tank body, same there. Went together nice. Got the suspension parts. That one I kind of glued together before I realized you didn't have to. And so So you can see you got storage bins, tow rope, fire extinguisher. There again. Machine gun moves up and down. On this side you got another storage bin. The jack. Didn't give you a jack block, so I may try to scratch build. I lost one of the little hold down hooks, so I improvised with a excuse me, a piece of the wire. Evidently these hooks are actually hangers for like fuel cans. So the only other thing is the road wheels are kind of odd. They look okay from this side, but they're basically, I don't want to say a hollow molding, but from the back they don't look that great. Of course, that's why they make mud. And the thing, this kit does come with a figure. I put it together. I don't know if I'm going to use it. Definitely a little out of scale. It's supposed to be 1/35 scale. Now here is a 1/35 scale Tamiya kit figure. So unless the SS Labs are trying to make a super soldier, I think he's going into the parts box. May use him as a practice figure. So, and here I got Pioneer tools, muffler, and the commander's hatch. Probably gonna glue that one shut. So, well, that's about it for now. Be back later with the finished project. Okay, guys, here's the finished product. Kit went together pretty well. Very enjoyable build. So I started out with a base color of Tamiya XF 63 German gray. Then I did the clear coat, and I did a dot filter using some oil paints. Three colors that I used plus titanium white were this light crab gray, kind of a bluish gray, and some blue gray, and some Payne's gray. And before I did that, I put on some decals, which came from my stash. The kit didn't have any decals with it, even though they showed it, so somebody must have got to them before I got the kit, so no big deal. I don't think a 38T would mind having some Tiger decals on it. As far as the stowage, tow cable, the pickaxe, and the shovel, and the storage bins came with the kit. The fuel cans were from a Tamiya accessories kit. See the shovel on this side, and the jack block crate I got out of an accessory kit from Value Gear. Has some really nice resin pieces. And after that, I weathered up the exhaust. I used a base coat of AK red oxide primer. Then I stippled on some yellow ochre and some orange, basically craft paints. And the exhaust pipe, I did kind of a gunmetal gray with a little bit of black into it. And I did have to drill out the end of the exhaust pipe. There was a slight indentation, but it needed some help. So then I started to do the weathering process with some clay wash. I use the Ultimate Products mud. I really like this stuff. Comes in handy when you're kind of in a hurry. Then just kind of washed down where I thought, needed some dirt. I painted the tracks with my basic color of black, red oxide brown, and a little bit of red. Old Andy's basic formula, Andy Hobby's headquarters. The tracks themselves were a little funky. They were very stiff. I tried using some hot water on them. That didn't work too well, so I brought out the heat gun. Helped a little bit. Got them into position and actually ended up super gluing the tracks to the road wheels. And since the kit didn't come in with any clear parts, I used some of that micro crystal clear and used a toothpick and kind of just swirled around till I got complete coverage. Not bad. I think maybe I can hold on, guys. That doesn't really work. Did the viewports in the commander's cupola, the viewport in the turret, and the driver and the gunner's vision ports. I think it's passable. Had to use the antenna with the kit. It's a little on the thick side, but the only wires I've got now are pretty much the same size, so I got lazy and used the kit part. Then after all that was done, I hit it with a matte coat of clear, belt coat. And I'll pull that back out. And once that dried, I used XF57 buff, sprayed about a foot and a half away, and just kind of misted it on. Kind of dusted everything up and brought everything together. So, kind of like the look. So cut it off here, let it go. Another build done. If you can find this kit, I'd recommend it, for beginners or even advanced modelers if you want to have their way with it. So it's a fun build, easy. Like I say, I built it pretty much in a long afternoon, and over the course of the next 2 afternoons, I painted it and weathered it. So I'd like to thank you guys for watching. You guys have a great rest of your weekend and have a great week ahead. We'll talk to you later.